Hey students, this time for math, let's talk about finding the perimeter of equilateral shapes. So the first equilateral shape we'll talk about is the triangle. The equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides, as well as 3 equal interior angles. Each one of these angles measures 60 degrees. A square is an equilateral shape. It has 4 equal sides and 4 equal angles. Each of these angles equal 90 degrees. Another term for equilateral shape is regular. So in this case, we have a regular or equilateral pentagon. This has 5 sides, all of them equal, and 5 equal angles on the inside. Each of the interior angles measures 108 degrees. And here we have a regular or equilateral hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides, and if it's an equilateral or regular hexagon, all of those sides are equal. Additionally, the interior angles are all equal, and they measure 120 degrees each. So how do we find the perimeter? Well, the perimeter is the measure of the length of the distance around each shape. So all we need to do is add the length of each side together. If we do that, we'll find the distance around that shape. So in this case, we have a pentagon. Each of the sides measures 5, so we know it's a regular or equilateral shape. All we simply need to do is add those sides together. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's going to give us a total of 25. That's the perimeter around this pentagon. Here we have a triangle, which each side measures 1. So again, add the sides together to get the perimeter. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. That's the distance around this triangle. Sometimes when you're working on a math problem, however, they don't give you the length of each side, but they do give you these marks. These marks here indicate that the sides are equal. So if they give you the length of one side, in this case 3, and with these little marks, we know that each side is also 3. So we know that this is a square and that it is a regular or equilateral shape. Similarly here with this hexagon, it only gives us the length of one side. But with these little markings, we know that each side is equivalent or equal. So this is an equilateral or regular hexagon, with each side the length of 4. So how do we find the perimeter around each of these shapes? Well, if we know they're regular or equilateral, as in this case, all we need to do is take the length of the side we know, multiply that by the number of sides of the shape. We're going to take the measure of the length of the side that they give us, in this case 4, multiply that by the number of sides in that shape. A hexagon has 6 sides, so 4 times 6, the number of sides, gives us an answer of 24. That's the perimeter around this regular hexagon. In this case, they give the length of this side is 3. We know they're all equal, so we're going to take that 3, multiply that by the number of sides, which is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Perimeter of this square is 12. So we see by looking at each shape that each side is equal. So that means that they are a regular or equilateral shape. So to find the perimeter, we're just going to add the numbers together. So if we take the triangle, each side measures 2. We're going to add 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's going to give us a perimeter around that triangle of 6. In this pentagon, we're going to add the 4's together. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That gives us a perimeter around this regular pentagon of 20. And in this example, they only give us the measure of one side, but we see by the marks on the shape that the sides are all equal. So in the square, the measure they give us is 6. We know that a square has 4 sides, so 6 times 4 is going to give us 24. That's the distance around that square. On the second example, they give us a hexagon. They give us a side of 2. By the markings on each side, we know that each side is equal. So 2 times the number of sides in that shape, which is 6, gives us a measure around that shape of 12. So that's some information about equilateral or regular shapes and how to find the perimeter of those shapes. Luckily, it's not that challenging because all we need to do is add the sides together. And if they give us the length of only one side of a regular shape, we multiply that value times the number of sides. Along with this video, I'll be posting some slides and practice pages for you to work on. And if you want more information, let me know. And as always, if you want to Zoom to me on this lesson, click on the link in Schoology.